Do you like history? Yeah, I love history. Do you like stacking silver? Yeah, I kind of like that too. What happens when you take your passion for stacking silver and your love for history and you blend the two together? Well, you find some little known but true stories. And today I want to talk about a story of a little medieval village called Kutna Hora. It's a village whose silver transformed not just their future, but helped shape an empire. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Sobriety and Silver. I woke up sober this morning because I went to bed sober last night. Before I get into the story of Kutna Hora, I do want to thank everybody who has subscribed. If you have not subscribed yet, please come hang out with a sober dude that is enjoying stacking silver. Hit that like button, share. Let's grow the channel together. All right, long before it was famous, Kutna Hora was just a tiny little bohemian village. And what is now the Czech Republic. I mean, we're talking early 1200s here. They had fields, forests, and farms. That's about all they had. The local economy was just humble. People lived off the land. I mean, they had their farms. That was about it. They bartered for goods, and they got by with what they had. But hidden deep in the earth, there was a silver secret waiting to be discovered. Apparently, in the mid-13th century, a Cistercian monk was digging on the land belonging to the monastery when he uncovered strange, shiny rocks. And he brought them back to the monastery because he was curious. Turned out they were high-grade silver ore. Now imagine you're living in a village that barely had coinage, and suddenly someone strikes one of the richest silver deposits in Europe. That's like going from bartering eggs to discovering Bitcoin in your backyard. That discovery changed everything. By the late 1200s, silver fever had hit. The king of Bohemia, King Wenceslas II, took notice and quickly turned Kutna Hora into a royal mining town. That meant they had royal funding, royal protection, and of course, with all that came royal taxes. The silver veins there were so rich, it said the mines reached down over 600 feet, making them some of the deepest mines in medieval Europe. Thousands of people moved there. Inns were built, bakeries were built, churches sprang up. The village was literally transformed overnight into a bustling town. Well, maybe not literally, but you know what I mean. It's like a medieval version of a silver stacker's dream. Only instead of buying ounces, they were pulling tons straight from the earth. Here's where it gets cool and interesting. To control and capitalize on all this silver, King Wenceslas II established the Prague Mint. And issued a new coin, the Prague groschen. Now this coin became one of the most stable and respected currencies in Europe for over a century. Kutna Hora was producing so much silver it became the financial backbone of the entire Bohemian kingdom. Wars were funded with it, cathedrals were built, trade expanded across Europe, all because of this discovery of silver. Think about it. One village's silver helped create a coin that stabilized an economy. Just like we talk about silver today being a hedge against inflation and a store of value. Life in Kutná Hora wasn't all riches and glory though. Mining was dangerous. You can imagine 12th, 13th century. Conditions were brutal. Collapses, flooding, toxic gases. It was a high-risk job. But the reward, better wages, royal protection, and a shot at prosperity that didn't exist elsewhere. The town began to build infrastructure that rivaled Prague itself. They had water piping systems, mining laws, and even one of Europe's earliest wage systems. Silver didn't just build wealth here, it built civilization. By the 1500s, the richest silver veins were depleted, and the town began its slow decline. Wars, new trade routes had exhausted mines, and they took their toll. But the legacy of Kutná Hora remains, because silver gave the village the resources to build structures that would last, like the iconic St. Barbara's Church. The Italian court where coins were minted, and of course the eerie Bone Church. All of this was funded and preserved by silver. Even centuries later, people visit this town not because it struck gold, but because it struck silver. Why should we care today? Because Kutná Hora reminds us of what silver can do. It's more than metal. It's history. It's economic power. It's survival. So whether you're stacking dimes or Morgans or whatever you're stacking, you're holding a piece of something that has literally built towns, saved economies, and left lasting legacies. Let's be real. If you had to choose between a stack of paper bills, filthy fiats, and a stack of real silver in the times of crisis, what do you want in your hand? Kutná Hora is a monument to what silver has done and still can do. I mean, it saved a village, fueled an empire, and left behind a legacy we're still talking about centuries later. So if you like this kind of stuff, again, I encourage you to come hang out with me. Come hang out with a sober dude. Hit that like button. Come subscribe. I appreciate everything. You guys have a beautiful, wonderful Saturday, and I will see you in the next video.